Hello, good morning. I always rant about many things, and I say, oh, when you're wrong, and it's so evident, obvious, people use that evidence to uh, refute what you're saying. If what you're saying doesn't get a lot of discussion, however much your videos are seen, according to my standard, having 170 hits is when I gripe about stupid videos is a lot. And I'm really in your face. I say very direct and frank things, and I make no bones about the fact that I call this video stupid. Um, and you call a spade a spade. And I do. And you know what? I don't get real feedback. Not even negative, because dislikes with no name, no account, or the occasional odd insult via message is not real feedback. That's kind of nothing. Um, so I want to speak my mind. And the more I see ukulele videos, except for the gurus and the ones who really play well, they stick out like a sore thumb in the middle of a lot of junk videos. What I mean by junk video? A video that you just play chords in a very basic way, which I've been doing and also do sometimes, but you don't try to learn other chord shapes along the neck. You don't try to nothing. Well, I do sometimes play. Okay, most of the times you can say play in a very basic way, but there is always a push towards trying something new, singing in a better way, put yourself into the singing, and even take risk in the accompaniment, and let's say push the envelope in a way or in another, and try to be honest. Try to sing like you mean it and play something putting yourself into it. And I don't see much in the ukulele word. It's always bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Always, most of the time, the same strumming pattern, the same chords, and people think they are uploading tutorials just because they learn chord shapes in basic position. For Christ's sake, that's not a tutorial. I was over that after 2 weeks. I mean, I speak about the basic like F, D, G7 to D7, A minor, A7, and some basic keys like C, F, G, D. Always the same keys, always the same basic chords. That's no boring. Ukulele players are, for the most part, what I see, what they write, what they post in groups, so silly and stupid. So silly and stupid. I repeat, they are so silly and stupid. And I make no bones about that. I'm generalizing. Yes, I am. Generalization are part of life. Okay? And we say, oh, it's not like this every time. Yes, it's not like this every time. But many times, and more than you can stand, and more than what happens concerning other instruments. So there must be something behind. What's behind? Dumbing down their society, stupid approach to the ukulele that has been encouraged and proposed even by good players in order to get some, money. This society is so stupid. If you want to get a lot of money and you want to get a lot of viewers, a lot of potential students, learners, I wouldn't do that. Many people pander to the general level of stupidity of our society. Our society is fucking stupid. We don't know shit about economy. You don't know shit about politics. We don't know shit about what's going on in the world. The result is that our governments and hidden powers do whatever they want with us. And they even they plan our general dumbing down, and they plan this bread and fun. They give us those, I know, smartphone and things with people fiddle with, toy with them the whole time, while the bigger problems and the bigger development of our personality, our consciousness, our spirituality, without resorting to fucking religions, all this is going to the dogs, and they give us stupid ersatz. What is it, right? Stupid substitutes for the real thing. So people are not ready to face an instrument with 6 strings. So give them 4 strings and tell them that it's easier. That's not even the truth. For example, English. It's not easy. It's not the truth that English is an easy language. Quite the opposite. It's not as easy as people think it is. The ukulele is not as easy as people think it is, but they want to attract people who don't have confidence in themselves, people who don't want to spend money on a guitar, people who don't want to carry a guitar because it's heavy, people who think they are the shit because they just don't play the guitar. The guitar became so commonplace that people want to feel original and somehow different when they are not. It's a vicious circle. All people want to be original, and the thing they try to do in order to be original doesn't become so original and different anymore. And that's what's happening with the ukulele. That, by the way, is widespread. I can accept that, but not as widespread and known in some countries like Italy, Greece, Spain. Believe you me, I don't have a percentage, but I will tell you that a fair high percentage of Italian people, from the children to the elderly, more the elderly obviously, don't know what a ukulele is, and many people who know it have a very low esteem of the instrument, if you could say opinion about the instrument and their players. So I would say, if you always pander to the stupid people, you pander people who don't have confidence in themselves, and you always say that it's easy, it's funny, it becomes a toy. So these people then, they get mad because people don't take the ukulele seriously. Go fuck yourselves, it's your fault. I have more respect for the instrument, not being a fanatic about the instrument, because I know its qualities, I know its limitations, I know everything because I compared with the guitar or similar instruments. And each and every instrument has the pro and the cons. I find the guitar more versatile, and there's more material concerning even strings, diversity, and everything, and good quality learning stuff for the guitar. For I would say that it's easier to play good guitar, having access to more significant, meaningful, effective material. Then you have, it's easier to do that with the guitar than walk at them with the ukulele. It's a fact. Usually when they sing and use the guitar, they don't say it's a guitar video, like it's a ukulele video. I don't give a shit if I sing. I always write ukulele, and the singing well, I'll tell you that. That's a shitty attitude to have. Attitude? Well, you know, cannot speak ill about something about the ukulele or ukulele players because it's a fucking sect religion. If you're not one of them, if you don't see the ukulele as a salvation tool, as a holy calf, you know, or the holy god on the somebody in Italy say conversions to the ukulele. I mean, see, you either you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, so you move from the guitar to the ukulele, which is like the new Muslim religion as opposed to the Christianity that came before. It's like a new version of a guitar that you call ukulele, and you don't call it a guitar, but basically it's a 4-string guitar, more highly tuned, than higher pitch. That's it. It's a fucking guitar. You all know it's in a ukulele, it's a reentrant tuning. Well, some ukulele don't have a reentrant tuning. Some guitars that are tuned lower have 4 strings. Call a 4-string guitar that is tuned like, okay, it's tuned like a mandola or whatever. But you can tune it as a guitar. So there's no clear-cut differences, and they always say, "Oh no, you're so guitaristic when you play the ukulele." Fucking good. It's good to be guitaristic because guitars has more tradition. It's a time-tested instrument. There are only 2 or 3 ukulele players that I've seen online that I wouldn't regret to play the ukulele instead of a guitar. One is Abe Lagrimas, I don't know, and others, but very few. Another thing, this Aquila night gut had destroyed the sound of the ukulele. The sound of ukulele with night gut is so harsh, snappy, and it's like, if you like this sound, what, you play a fucking banjo, because it's snappy. Bing! Guts. Well, I don't care if in the past they used guts it was for that kind of music. Some centuries ago, I did have the option of different synthetic materials like nylon, titanium material. They have Daddario. They have fluorocarbon. They sound much more bad. Yeah, they sound good. Would I say you should never use Aquila? Well, if you play if you play Renaissance music and you want to imitate the guts with a ukulele, well, that's the way to go. All in all, when I open videos and I listen to that harsh sound, it puts me off. And it puts me out at the same time. So that's a long video. Well, if I want to piss ukulele players, I'm doing that. Get your act together. You should play better. You just do that. I play other instruments. You've been doing that for years. I am doing that for years. And when I say follow what I say, not what I do. Get your act together. Stop playing only the kazoo and some stupid funnel thing. They imitate something of the 20s. Get real. You want to play another instrument? Play a harmonica. It's a real fucking instrument. You don't get away with playing the kazoo or funnels because you're just playing the ukulele, and so beautiful. You can sing out of tune, whatever. Oh, but you're playing the ukulele. I don't give a shit if you're playing the ukulele. You're playing music. Remember this. Every time you sing, every time you have an instrument that you're playing, you're stroking, you're blowing into it, whatever, you're hitting it, it's fucking music. Stop calling ukulele music, ukulele cover. It's just music. And call you music by the genre. Call it country music. Call it rock. Call it jazz. Call it folk. Call it classical music that you're playing on a ukulele. I know some concerts and some gigs are more like I'm watching guitar. Sometimes you're watching just medieval music and you watch the several kinds of instruments playing. For the most part, people like a genre of music rather than a specific instrument. Obviously, some genre of music, some instruments are more commonplace. Like if you play jazz, it's very common to listen to saxophones, trombones, and trumpet. And yes, you have guitars, but if you listen to country music and folk, you have a lot of guitars and banjo and violins and more string instruments. It's part. But all in all this focus on the ukulele in itself, it's a lot of ukulele players don't learn musical theory. They don't understand really what they are doing, what the step of the scale as a chord is built on, where the root of the chord is, what are movable chords, and all. I don't say nobody knows that. I say a fair amount of beginners are not exposed to the real essence and of music. They're always exposed to the external thing, chord shapes, and they want to play little songs. That's an approach that condones stupidity. It's a shallow approach, and people think they are really playing music. No, they're not really playing music. Not then more than memorizing a poem by a 5-year-old child is declaiming poetry in a good way and understanding what you're saying. So, God, I ranted for 16, 17 minutes about fucking ukulele players. They are fucking stupid. They don't reply. And then you can give me some examples. It doesn't detract from the fact that most of the things I see on the ukulele, a fair amount of these things that people upload, people speak about, comments on the ukulele groups, I got out of each of them. There was even one who was serious, and to set up a serious ukulele group, I have to do it myself. In order not to see spam, bullshit, stupidity, childish behavior, childish comments, photo of ukulele, like you're posting naked women. I don't give a shit of photos of ukulele for the most part. When a group is just photos of instruments, it's like, what the fuck is that? Are we speaking about instruments or just their pictures? Goodbye.